From exile on Elba to commanding armies, 100 days changed the fate of Europe. 47,000 men fell here in 9 hours. This is their story revealed here now. Wellington called it the nearest run thing. A battle going either way 5 times. Napoleon's burning fury met Wellington's cold precision. 2 legends on a collision course for history now. 9 hours, 200,000 men. The battle that ended an era forever seen now clearly. 1815. Europe holds its breath. An empire has fallen, or has it? The island of Elba, a prison for the world's most dangerous mind. But prisons only work if the prisoner stays. Napoleon Bonaparte, exiled emperor, staring at everything he lost. February 26, 1815, 7 ships slip out at midnight. The escape that shocked a continent. 100 days later, everything would end here, on a ridge in Belgium. Vienna draws new lines. Peace remains fragile as glass. Europe's order reordered. Europe unites against France. The coalition tightens its grip. Allies march together. Paris humiliated. The Bourbons rule. But veterans remember glory. National pride burns. Napoleon's grand battery ready for fire soon. 80 guns ready to hammer the line hard today surely. Blücher's Prussians drill hard constantly everywhere. An army that refuses to stay beaten ever again now. Waterloo's ground chosen carefully by commanders wise, ridges, farms, and a narrow valley waits silently now. French cuirassiers gleam brightly in sunlight, steel armor, ready to crush the line completely today now. A fragile coalition stands together firmly now. Different languages. One desperate purpose remains among them right now. Boots hit French soil at dawn quietly today. The eagle returns to the nest finally now here today surely. Marching through the Alps slowly together now. A legend walks home again slowly now here today clearly. Muskets lower at Lafrique gently now today. Loyalty cannot be commanded, only reborn here now today fully. Ney switches sides completely overnight suddenly now. The king loses his sword overnight completely now here. The army swells rapidly along the road. 15,000 men march on Paris rapidly now today surely. Louis XVIII flees in fear quickly now. A throne vacated by pure fear alone tonight here now. Napoleon enters Paris triumphantly finally today. The impossible return is finally complete today. Now here surely. Europe reacts instantly to the news now. 7 coalitions form against one man. Quickly today now. Wellington receives the news calmly, quietly now. The dance ends. War begins now here today suddenly. The Grande Army assembles proudly now today. The last great imperial show begins now here now. Napoleon's gamble revealed clearly on map now. Split them before they unite fully today now here. Crossing the Sambre River silently night. The floodgates open into Belgium silently now today. Surely, Prussian outposts overrun quickly by force now. The first blood of the campaign spills here now. The Duchess's ball interrupted suddenly tonight. War interrupts the waltz abruptly tonight suddenly now. British troops march all night long now. From ballroom to battlefield they go now here today. Ligny opens fiercely in afternoon light. 80,000 Frenchmen attack the Prussians hard today now. House by house fighting brutally everywhere. War at its most personal, terrible level now here. Guard artillery concentrates heavily on target. Mechanical destruction shakes the earth deeply now here today. Wellington hears the news at the ball quietly. The Duchess of Richmond's ball continues while war begins secretly now. British troops march all night through dark streets. Still in dress uniforms from the ball they march now. Battle of Ligny begins fiercely in afternoon light. Napoleon's attack begins against the Prussian army firmly now. Ligny village fighting house by house brutally today. French and Prussian infantry fighting room to room now. Napoleon's guard artillery concentrates heavily on center now. 60 guns firing simultaneously, shaking the earth deeply today. The old guard breaks the Prussian center finally. The finest soldiers on earth doing what they made for. Blücher goes down when horse falls on him. A battle pivoting on one old marshal's survival now here. The Prussian retreat from Ligny organized slowly north. Defeat that refuses to become disaster for them now. Quatre Bras French attack Wellington improvises defense well. A commander holding a line with his mind now. The 92nd Highlanders advance at Quatre Bras boldly. Scottish courage walking into the fire steadily now here. French lancers catch British infantry in line formation. The price of 1 second's mistake paid dearly now. Wellington nearly caught during the famous leap moment. History preserved by a horse's jump alone safely now. Night falls on Quatre Bras, the strategic situation. A crisis that demands the perfect decision made now. Wellington's strategic retreat the road to Waterloo long. A planned retreat that requires every ounce of discipline. The rearguard action Uxbridge holds the French back. Sacrifice buying time for the retreating infantry safely now. Napoleon delays during the fatal hours of afternoon. History's most costly afternoon nap taken by Emperor now. Wellington chooses the Waterloo position carefully in rain. Genius choosing ground for the battle ahead now here. The great camps night of June 17 visible. All human history pausing before the answer comes now. Wellington writes to Blücher the promise. Kept firmly. 2 men deciding the fate of a continent by letter now. Napoleon eats breakfast overconfidently with marshals today quietly. Dismissing concerns about Prussians returning, he declares routine victory now. Dawn of Waterloo, the valley at first light seen. The silence before the storm holds breath quietly now here today. 11:30 a.m. How Gaumont the diversion begins slowly now. French troops emerging from forest advancing toward white walls now. The Nassau troops defend How Gaumont's orchard fiercely today. A garden made into a killing ground effectively now here. The French breach the North Gate famously now. The gate that Wellington said decided the battle closes now. How Gaumont burns, but holds firmly against all odds. Soldiers holding ground inside an inferno bravely now here today. Napoleon's grand battery opens 80 guns firing simultaneously. Industrial apocalypse erupts along the ridge line loudly now. The Allied army takes the bombardment steadily lying down. Passive courage under fire shown by British infantry now. Dale and Escorts 17,000 men. Advance across valley. Mass momentum carrying human beings toward death steadily now. The Dutch-Belgian troops break and run away quickly. A coalition tested at its weakest point severely now here. Picton's division charges downhill into French column's flanks. A line defeating the column at bayonet range now. Picton falls, the general dies, leading his men forward. Glory and death inseparable in victories seen here now. The Scots Greys charge Scotland forever shouted loudly. The most magnificent cavalry charge in British history now. The Eagles taken by Sergeant Ewart bravely today. Personal heroism on the grandest possible stage seen now. The Greys go too far ambushed by lancers suddenly. Triumph's terrible price paid by exhausted cavalry men now. La Haye Saint, the crucial farmhouse, holds firm still. A farmhouse acting as a fortress in center now. Nice cavalry attack 5,000 horsemen ascending ridge. An armored tide covering the slope between farms now. Inside the square, the cavalry breaks around them safely. The unmovable human fortress holds firm against horses now. The artillery runs and returns repeatedly during battle. Duty at the absolute limit pushed by crews now. Ney commits more cavalry the mistake compounds. Badly now, a genius watching subordinate mistakes consume his reserve now. 10,000 cavalry on the ridge, the grand spectacle seen clearly now. War's terrible grandeur on the ridge seen by everyone now today surely. La Haye Saint falls, the line breached at last finally now. The crisis point of the battle arrives here now today surely here. The Allied center under maximum pressure heavily from all sides now. A battle on the edge of breaking seen here now today clearly. Wellington under fire. Hard pounding he called it. A man of iron stands still. Prussians approach. First units hit the flank. The balance tips toward Allies. Plancenoit fighting fierce. Young Guard versus Prussians. Holding the door shut tight. Napoleon commits Old Guard. The last. Throw of the dice. Final reserve moves. Old Guard advances. The Invincibles march up ridge. Walking toward the impossible. Hidden battalion rises. Maitland's guards stand up. Perfect ambush ends an error. Old Guard receives volley. Invincible discover they can be stopped. Momentum halts. 52nd flanks the Guard. Tactical blow breaks the unbreakable. Cohesion lost. La Garde recule. The Guard retreats. Legends. First step backward breaks wills. French army disintegrates. Total collapse in minutes. Keystone. Removed. Structure falls. Wellington removes hat. Signals general advance. Moment of earned triumph thrives. Old Guard's last squares. Honor in defeat. Legend intact even in catastrophe. Prussian pursuit begins. Cavalry in the dark. Route from which no army returns. Napoleon nearly captured. Escapes at Genoa. Bridge Emperor reduced to a fugitive. Battlefield at dawn. June 19th. Silence where yesterday was loudest sound. Wellington weeps alone. Next to a battle lost. Victory's price paid in blood. Napoleon returns to Paris. The broken emperor, a legend at the very end. The chamber demands abdication loudly today. Power without foundation evaporates quickly now here. The second abdication document signed finally. The moment an entire era ends now here. Napoleon surrenders to the British quietly. History captured in one boarding moment now. The voyage to St. Helena long. The ultimate exile across empty ocean now. St. Helena, the last years isolated. The world reduced to a rock now here. Wellington, the years after duty calls. A life of extraordinary public duty now. The Congress resettles Europe peacefully. Finally, Exhausted civilizational peace arrives now here today. The question history asks, what if? History and its contingencies show now here today. Napoleon's death on St. Helena May. The end of the greatest story now. The world Napoleon left behind changed. Permanent consequences of a temporary power now. The Waterloo battlefield, today peaceful green. A battlefield become a garden now here. Who was? Greater the eternal question. A question history cannot answer now here. Wellington's own words the nearest run. Victory that contains its own doubt now. The legacy of Waterloo, Europe's peace. The war that prevented wars for century. Series teaser, the great commanders. Come. History's great commanders continuing across ages now. Next episode tease Caesar versus Pompey. The next great story begins right now. Subscribe sequence The Ridge at Sunset. History and beauty inseparable on Ridge now. End card The Two Ridges Dusk. Historical finality seen from high above now. Closing thought The Valley of History. The living presence of history remains here. Absolute final The Field in Rain. History returning. The ground to itself now.